Hi, my name's Matsuri and welcome back to my channel where I review, rant and discuss about shows or movies that I've recently seen. And today's review is on Toshima-en, or Toshima-en Haunted Park. So I don't know what it is about J-horror these days, but I feel like they always have like a good story or a setup for the movie, but then it always just ends up really bad and just not very scary, because I saw this on it came up on Netflix, and the story seemed really interesting to me. I was intrigued by it, but I was highly disappointed. For those who are still wanting to see it or are thinking of seeing it, here's a rundown of the story. Do you know about the 3 urban legends at Toshima theme park? Number 1, don't knock on the old tower. Number 2, don't answer back in the haunted house. Number 3, don't peek in the secret mirror. If you do any of these, you will be spirited away. But if you do those things and get trapped in the other realm, there is a way out. You need to go to the merry-go-round. We cut to our main character, Saki, getting ready to go overseas to study. As she heads out to meet with her friends, she finds herself passing in front of a house of a childhood friend, Yuka. Yuka unfortunately went missing 3 years ago. As she walks past the house, Yuka's mum calls out to her and gives her tickets to Toshima theme park, a place both Yuka and Saki used to go. Saki finally meets up with her friends, Anju, Ami, Kaya, and Chiaki, and they all decide to use the tickets as Saki will be leaving soon. The next day they meet at the theme park and have fun when they come across the old tower. They dare Saki to knock at the door when Kaya knocks on her behalf to scare her. A little while later, they notice Kaya missing and look for her when they get a phone call from Kaya telling them that she is in the haunted house. As they continue on, Saki's friends, one by one, goes missing. Is this actually the curse of the urban legend? Or is it something else? Having a haunted theme park, I feel like, has been done quite a few times, or they go to a theme park and scary stuff happens. But what I liked about this movie was, again, with the setup, with how there's an urban legend, and if you do those things, something will happen to you. I like how it's very modernized, where they're using the trends of the year, I guess you can say, where at the start they use people who are vlogging a haunted place, I guess you can say, because nowadays if you watch YouTube and whatnot, everyone's going to haunted places to record what's happening. But it is also one of its downfalls, because there's one girl that just continuously keeps recording, and it doesn't really work for me with her. But the other thing that I really liked about this movie was that it is actually based on an actual theme park. So there is an actual theme park called Toshima-en. And for those who don't know Japanese, Toshima is the name of the theme park, and then En means park. And they filmed it at the actual theme park, which I thought was really cool. The only problem is I'm not too sure why they decided to use this park, because they filmed this in 2019 and the park shut down in August of 2020, so this year. So I'm not too sure if they were trying to rank in customers before they shut down, or they did it because they wanted to rank in customers, but unfortunately it didn't really work. Maybe. According to Wikipedia, apparently they're gonna reopen and they're gonna create a Harry Potter based theme park. So maybe it was trying to rank up the money before that happens, maybe. I'm not too sure. But if you're in Nerima in Tokyo, that's where it is. So you can go, I guess you can go visit this closed park at the moment, but they are planning to create a Harry Potter based theme park. Now, that's the only good thing I can say about this movie, because this movie was just really, really bad. Like, it wasn't scary whatsoever. There will be like random shots, or like, I guess it's based on editing, but they'll show like something, but nothing's there. Like, if you make it really dark so you think something's there, that's great. Or you could do it like, you know, Haunting of Hill House and have like random people just standing there. That would have been scary, but sometimes some of the shots they'll just focus on something and nothing happens, and I don't like those kind of shots because it doesn't make any sense at all. The other thing I didn't like is how, like I said, I do like the whole urban legend things, but the thing is that they kind of made the girls be forced into doing those things. Now, I'm the type of person that likes when things are, when they naturally have to do things. For example, you know, having the whole, you know, the choice is an illusion kind of thing, because I feel like that's more scary than having, you know, a phone call from your friend being like, oh, come here, and then the girls have to go that way. It just feels really awkward having the girls do these things without them like with them being stupid, being like, oh wait, if we do that, isn't that the same thing as going through the urban legends? Like, no one puts that out until the second urban legend happens, and it's just like, how can you be so stupid not to notice? But if it's like more natural, like, you know, they still happen to stumble across it, and then stuff happens, and then they're like, oh shit, yeah, we did it, this is the urban legend that we did, that would have been more scary. But yeah, the whole fact that they're just kind of like forced into doing things is just not really scary for me. Like I said in Chakshin Adi, the final movie, this is definitely just a teen scream kind of movie. It was just a whole bunch of girls screaming a lot, yelling at each other. So again, it's not scary when they're all just a bunch of girls yelling. And the biggest problem that I have is none of the girls are likable. Like, I didn't like any of them. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why this movie is really bad, because I feel like in a horror movie, you like at least the main character so that they can get out of it and be safe. But throughout this movie, and like, even the main character is just selfish in her own way, so I didn't really care if any of them survived. And like I said, I feel like that's a bad thing, because, and I keep mentioning Saw because it's one of my favorite movies, but like, at least in the Saw movie, you know, you kind of like the two main guys in there, even though they're both bad people in the outside world, and which is why they get stuck in there. But at least you want them to survive because they're just written in so well. But in this movie, what's their name? Anju, she's just a bitch, seriously. Ami, she's just very whiny. Kaya is also just a bitch. And Chiaki is just, I don't know, I don't really cared for her too much. And then, like I said, the main character, Saki, like, again, she was just selfish in her own way. So I feel like they were all deserving of their deaths, which I think it's a bad thing if people think that way. Now, should you watch it? Nah. I think this one you can skip. I mean, like I said, the story was pretty good. I mean, the setup was pretty good, but the characters were so bad, and it was just not scary enough for me. But like I said, I don't know what it is about J-horror these days, but why do they all have like interesting stories but not executed well? Because there is another movie that I will do a review on, and at least that one was a little bit more interesting. Kinda. But yes, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a comment. Have you seen it? If you have any requests for any reviews on J-horror movies, please let me know. But yes, give me a like if you can, subscribe for more reviews and rants coming soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!